Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to share with you a little story about how a man lost over 200 pounds and the secret to his success. And really there is no secret, because the best part about it is that he openly shares all his information, and he's not in like the fitness space per se. He's actually his work or his business is completely different. So I know for a fact that he actually was a marketer for a construction company for a while. I think he worked for a credit card processing company for a while. I do not know what he currently does, but my point is, he just gives away his information for free, and so there's no secrets. He's just sharing what has helped him lose over 200 pounds, okay? And so the number that really stuck out, because I listened to him talk, and I'll actually, if you message me on Instagram, I'll send you the video link of his, he had a presentation on there, 45-minute presentation, fantastic presentation, by the way. One of my new favorite quotes that I got from his presentation is actually, you're not overweight. You're overweight because of the things you put in your head, not the things you put in your mouth. So it's just chock full of amazing insights that will be very helpful, because it's somebody that you can relate to, and that always makes a big difference. So anyways, the number that he said he went back and he looked at his how many times he went to the gym. He went to the 24-hour fitness, I think that's where he was working out, and he asked them to give him the records of his logins. And it turned out over a 2-year period, okay, he worked out, he had came in 449 times, okay? That works out to just about maybe a little bit more than 4 times a week, okay? And so that was one of the things that he said is the consistency of him showing up was one of the keys. So I want to just focus on this part, because there's so many gems in his presentation, and they could all have their own podcast each, and maybe I'll hit him up, and I know he's been on a lot of podcasts, so we might have him on here on the Ranbir Sanghera Strength and Fat Loss Show. But the thing that was very very interesting was that he really took some time to focus on that number, and that consistency of him showing up, okay? And so, a lot of times, most of the time, when we're trying to accomplish a goal, such as to lose that 20, 30, 40, 50, in this case, 200 pounds, whatever it may be, okay? We make the whole thing very mysterious and mythical and unachievable and daunting and complex and confusing. And, we talk about this all the time, but it's great to have the perspective of somebody who has lost so much weight and has had his life affected and so much by being obese, and to hear it in his words is very, very valuable, okay? So the thing with that, we always say it is, hey, 4 times a week, forever. Like, don't even worry about what you're gonna do. Like, yeah, we can talk about that, and that's obviously important. You can't be doing stupid things that are damaging your body. But if you show up 4 times a week, okay, like, you're gonna end up with around 200 workouts for the year, and that's where results are made, in the 200 workouts. So like, this is a strategy that's been used by many of my clients, where I tell them, hey, look, I don't care what we end up doing, but what I care is you're going to put this calendar up on your wall, and you're going to make a red X on every day that you go to the gym. And our goal is, by the end of this year, we want 200 X's on that, 200 red X's on that calendar. And with all things, right, in every field, but also, in specific to health and fitness, weight loss, building strength even. People talk about, oh, Alj, you're so strong. For those of you guys don't know, Alj is my business partner and co-owner at San Jose Barbell, who is, 150 pounds and is deadlifting 600 pounds. And people ask him like, oh, hey, like, you're some kind of freak, or like you're genetically gifted or whatever. Like, they think there's some secret. But guess what? My man has not missed a fucking workout. Like, both of our focuses have been, we just show up and do the work. We're not expecting like earth-shattering workouts like, oh, I need some special workout. No, we show up and we put in the workouts day in and day out. And then on the way, like, you keep doing that, along the way, you're going to end up looking and feeling pretty phenomenal. So, I want you to focus on that. And, it's March. It's about to be March. It doesn't even matter what time you're listening to this. But what I want you to focus on is, like, if in this year you can get 200 workouts, okay, or however many, months you have left in this particular year, if you can do 16 workouts, right? 16 to 20 workouts every month for the rest of your life, you're going to end up being in phenomenal shape. And that's really the big deciding factor versus people who don't, because the people who don't end up getting those 249 workouts, or 449 workouts in 2 years, or those 4 workouts a week for an entire year. It's because along the way they made up some excuse and they bought into some other bullshit that said, oh, you know what, I can't go today. I'm not going to go today. Oh, I don't feel so good. I'm not going to go today. You can't do that. You just got to go. You're going to be okay. Trust me, this extra rest that you think you're getting or whatever is bullshit. You're going to feel worse. Because you know what? That little break is going to cause you to not work out, and then you're not going to work out, and you're going to tell people and yourself, oh, life got in the way. And then 6 months is going to go by again. And then 6 years is going to go by again. You don't know how many people I talk to who have been struggling to lose weight for 10 years. And stop focusing on the 10 years and the 100 pounds. Why don't you focus on 1 month and 16 workouts? Can you do that? Of course you can. 100% you can. There's not a person on the planet who can't. The busiest people on the planet can. And for anybody who thinks that, has really bought into this thing about they don't have time, come on now. And it's cool. It's one thing to hear it from me or somebody who's like, oh, they're into health and fitness. Like, that's what whatever, like that's their, job and whatever. But 2 things. Number 1, I'm an actor. I'm a full-time actor. I'm in San Francisco several times a week, auditions, jobs around the Bay Area. I run and manage part of the family businesses. I own and run San Jose Barbell with Alj. I have an online business where I have clients all over the world, consulting business. I have a wife who I spend time with each and every day. Is very important to me. I have a very large family that I try to make time for. And guess what? I get my workouts in. And this is not the case, just, oh, I'm some kind of special person. This is the case for every single person who wants something and they've prioritized it. And so, I don't give a fuck. I will make time to go work out. It doesn't matter. And we all have time. You got to make the time. Because guess what? If somebody says, you know, you got to work out 4 times a week, and if you don't, or if you do work out 4 times a week, we're going to give you $1 million. You're going to make a way to work out 4 times a week. Like, it's very simple. It's just because you don't want to. That's all. And you're just very practiced at coming up with logical reasons why you can't. But in reality, it's just like, you know, so Tim, the guy in the video, he's like, you know, it's very cute when you hear somebody says that they don't have time. So, you know, that was the first piece. But the second piece was like, you know, Tim himself says, like, you got time. You make time. Anything that's important to you, you make time. All right. And the only reason you're not making time right now is because you're not practiced at it. So start practicing. Why don't you start practicing? So we'll leave it at that. The whole idea is, hey, schedule, you know, the workouts that you're going to do, and just show up. Like if you can get into a place where you're actually going to get coached and you don't got to think, like, great. But even if it's just, hey, I'm going to go in the gym and I'm going to go on the treadmill for 30 minutes or elliptical or whatever, like, and you start doing that 4 times a week, fantastic. Like, you're on the way. You're on the way. Good things are going to happen along the way. So, and if you need support and coaching, get that. Message me, right? So, I'll leave it at that. Get your 200 workouts in this year. 220 workouts this year. Tim did it. You can do it too. We can all do it. I'm going to leave it at that. If this was helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, comment, share, review, any of that, all of that good stuff. If one person can be helped, it helps. It makes me feel good, and that's the number one thing. Hey, I'm just trying to feel good over here, and if somebody else feels good because of something that they heard here, I'm all about it. I feel good. So do those things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, review. And if you have questions, shoot them over to me. You can find me on Instagram at ranbir.sanghera, R-A-N as in Nancy, B as in boy, I-R.Sanghera, S-A-N-G-H-E-R-A.